A day in London. Gran came to stay. The children ran to meet her. Hooray, said Kipper. I love when Gran came to stay. She's good. Gran brought presents for everyone. She gave Mom and Dad an opening. Kipper had some little golf clubs, and Biff and Chip had a keyboard. I've got another surprise for you, said Gran. She gave the children a funny-looking party. What are they? Asked Kipper. Boomerangs. Kipper wanted to play with the golf clubs. Gran showed him what to do. She hit the ball, but she hit it too hard, and it smashed a window. Oh dear, said Gran. Next day, Wolf and William and Nathan and Anne came to play. Biff and Chip showed them the keyboard. Gran had a good idea. Let's have a band. The band made lots of noise, and the children had a good time. Whatever will Gran do next? Said Dad. She worse than the child, said Mom. Gran had promised to take the children on an outing. She said Nathan and Annie could go too. I'd take you to London, she said. Look after Gran, said Mom. As they all got into the car, try and stop her getting into trouble. We'll do our best, said Biff, but it won't be easy. When they got to London, Gran parked the car. Now we'll take the tube. It's the best way to get around, said Gran. There were lots of people waiting on the platform. When the train came in, everyone rushed to get on. Now I know why it's called a tube, said Anne. Everybody gets squeezed. They went to the Central on Lucy, and I won't like to be up there, said Biff. I don't like heights. There were lots of patrons. The terrace from school. Gran brought some nuts. The children feed the penguins. Oh, help, said Nathan. I don't know that penguins were so greedy. They went to the Batavarian place. This is where the queen lives, said Gran. It's enormous, said Annie. The queen must be busy with all the rooms to clean. A big car drove past. Everyone cheered and waved. The children couldn't see who was inside the car. Perhaps it's the queen. Gran took them on a boat. They went under the Tower Bridge. The children were excited because the bridge began to open. It began to rain and wind blow. Everyone felt cold. They went to the waxworks. What is a waxwork? Asked Kipper as They went in. It was a wax models of famous people, said Annie. They look like models. Don't they look funny? Said Kipper. You tell they all models and not real people, said Annie. Who are these people? Asked Gran. Asked Kipper. That's Queen Victoria, said Gran, and some of his grandchildren. She has lots of grandchildren, said Adam. Queen Victoria looks scary, said Biff. I bet she wasn't like you, Gran. Well, I wouldn't like to be a queen, said Gran. It must be a hard job. They looked at the street scene, said Gran. This is what London was like a long time ago, said Gran. A lot of people were very poor. Poor children didn't go to school Poor children didn't go to school. In those days, they had to work instead, said Gran. That boy carrying brushes is a sweeper. His job was to climb up chimneys and brush soot down. Gran went off to look at the royal family. While children stayed at the street scene. Do you think Gran should go off by herself? Said Biff. She can't do much harm here. Gran dropped her handbag. Some money rolled among the motor's. Gran went to pick it up. As she bent among the motor's, Gran went to pick it up as she knocked into the waxworks and began to fall over. Gran picked the models up and put the head back on. The children couldn't believe it. Gran, what are you doing? Don't just stand there, said Gran. Help me. Pick up these models up before anyone sees. Oh, Gran, said Biff, I let you out of my sight for a second, and this happened. They picked up the models and put the heads back on. They look strange, said Annie. I don't think the heads are right. Oh, no, said Gran. A lady ran up. She was very cross with Anne. I can't think how you knocked the models over in the first place, she said. It never happened before. I'm very sorry, said Gran. I don't know, said Biff. I don't think we'll let Gran in the waxworks again. Thank you for a great day out, said Adam. We had never been to London before. Home at last, said Gran. We can tell Mom some of our adventure, but not all of them, but the one about the Binding Queen.